Welcome back to another Metal Mondays. We just played World to World from Violence and Plant Eaters from Voivod. As you know, we always start Monday off with violence. We have a lovely guest with us. We have Lena Scissorhands from Infected Rain. How are you?
Hey, thank you for having me. I'm doing great.
Nice, yeah, great. Especially in sunny Las Vegas, right?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty sunny outside. The temperature is very doable as well. We've had a couple of pretty cold days, but I think they are over.
I hope so, man. It's been cold over here in Cali with all the raining. At least that finally stopped over here. Um, well, let's get into this. This is your guys' first record since 2019. When did you guys start writing Ecdysis?
It's ecdysis. And
Nice.
don't worry, everybody's making a mistake here. It's not a very common word. Ecdysis is mainly used in science, I guess, and
Mhm.
biology. So a lot of people do the mistake. And actually, we had to look it up too when we came out with the idea. So don't worry at all. We started the we started the writing process sometimes in 2020.
Mhm.
We were just, obviously caught from the world because of what
Mhm.
was happening in the world. And we were just trying to stay busy. And we were just composing. And then all of a sudden, we were like, we talked with the label and let them know that we are working on it. And technically, we are ready to go to the studio.
Mhm.
But on their end, they made sure that we are not rushing, and because nobody knew when the world is gonna be back to the new normal. And
Mhm.
we obviously didn't rush at all. We just took our time and just composed, recorded, and yeah, now it was the good time to release. And yeah.
And did you guys record this record like remotely, or did you guys record it in a studio together?
So we work remotely for a while, even
Mhm.
prior to the current situation in the world. I moved from Moldova, which is the country where the band was formed and the country where I was born. I moved from Moldova 6 years ago. So we learned how to work remotely long ago. Now, definitely, we needed to learn to do a lot more things remotely than before, because I used to travel and I used to go there whenever I was needed and record together, like actually track the songs there. We didn't know when the travel will be back to the normal, so we had to start recording remotely, which is
Mhm.
something I never did before this album. I never recorded fully remotely. I only put ideas remotely before and then recorded with my band. Yeah, so I had to learn a recording program, invest in equipment. I even built a little vocal booth in my house. So yeah, we worked a lot remotely. But then eventually I was able to go back to Moldova and finish all the recording and put the finished touch on the album there together.
Nice. And how long did the writing process take for you guys?
This whole time, like I mean, we finished the album long ago. We had to sit on it for a while because we didn't know when it's a good time to release. You have to be very smart with uh, the strategy of how and when and how you release certain things. It's very important if you want any feedback. So here we obviously listened to the pros that work at Napalm. And yeah, we I think it was a very normal amount. I don't know the exact day we started and exact
Yeah.
day we finished, because as I said, we really didn't we took our time. We took as much time as we wanted.
Nice. And as a vocalist, do you write all the lyrics to the songs?
Yeah, always been like that.
Nice. And was there any leftover songs from Endorphin that made it onto this record?
Actually, funny you ask that. Actually, yes, we had um a lot of, okay, so it's funny because I always write, so I have plenty lyrics, plenty like little poems and ideas put down. But there was one that was fully complete, and I was actually um preparing that specific song for Endorphin. But we just had too many songs and no um melody was good enough or whatever for this specific poem that was complete. So I let it sit, and then when we were working on ecdysis, I remember Vidic told me, hey, we have this song that is very different, and it's a very complex song, so it's longer too. We were thinking to make two songs out of it, like part one, part two. Do you think you could write something like that? We never did something like that before. And or do you think there is any theme that you can like let evolve into something else? I don't know. So I was like, funny you ask. I do have this specific lyrics that I will see if it fits the melody. And it was like it was meant to be. Very interesting coincidence, because just somehow that was left aside for it to become a song now. And that's how we created Postmortem Part 1 and Part 2, which actually the name, that poem had a name as well. So the name was there, the lyrics were there. The only thing is I had to switch certain things, places, and like I add some stuff and took away some stuff, but very little details. Nothing like drastic was changed. So it's almost like it was meant to be. Yeah.
Nice. And because I was wondering, since there's a part one and part two, like if you consider this like a concept record because it starts with part one and it ends with part two.
No, we don't consider this a concept album, but we did want to bring people back to the mood of the first song.
Okay,
Definitely.
that makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, let's get some tunes. We're going to play Where the Dreams Are Broken from Enterprise Earth here on Razor Radio. All right, we're coming back from Two Towers from Fit for an Autopsy. They just dropped that song. Great song. Let's get back into this. What was the process for the picking the track order?
There was no process. We just put things together, switched them, gave it a listen, and then again switched them, gave it another listen, and just stopped where it felt better, and more natural, I guess. No specific rules behind this.
Nice. It's interesting to hear that because with interviewing so many bands, they're like, well, when we go into this, we go here and we started from here and wanted to end with this, and so it's nice to hear there wasn't some specific order you guys went with. It's
No, I mean, we did obviously switch things. As I said, we gave it a
yeah,
listen multiple times in multiple orders, and this order was just the best idea, I guess.
it came out really good in my opinion.
Thank you.
What was the process naming? Like, where did you guys come up with this name of the record?
It was an idea that came from our guitar player Vidic. He is
Mhm.
actually the idea man in the band. Many things comes from him. But then when we were working on, it was kind of happening at the same time when we were working on the ideas for the music video for Postmortem. And yes, when I brought the idea of the cocoon and everything, just was like, again, meant to be. And it has such a deep meaning. This metamorphosis was the perfect thing we wanted. Like we were thinking about, and a bunch of songs are about it. Hoping for a better life, a better beginning, a newer, cleaner start. I don't know. Just, I don't know, the times we all live in are just so unique right now that, yeah, I think it fits perfectly.
If it's pretty, like, yeah, perfect. And who designed the album cover?
The album cover was also designed by Vidic, but it is based on a picture that was taken during the music video, Postmortem Part 1. And we had our beloved photographer, Victoria Wonka, that works with the band for many years now. And not only with the band, she works with me separately as a model as well. She's a dear friend, also from Moldova. And this is one of her pictures that was later on worked on for the cover. Like we right away knew this is going to be on the cover. It was like the idea was there right away.
Nice. It for me. I thought that was a pretty fucking cool album cover, in my opinion.
Thank you.
What made you guys want to make this a 12-track record?
Nothing. There's no science behind this. We just like, okay, like, I don't know. It felt right. We had more songs than usually, and Some of them are extremely long too.
Yeah.
Nothing, no specific science behind how many songs that you're going to have on the album. Obviously there are some little rules about how long the album can
Mhm.
be. I believe there is a minimum of how short an album can be, but
Mhm.
something between that you can play along, and you can have 30 songs if your songs are like 1 minute, I don't know, 2 minutes.
Makes sense. And was there any songs that didn't make the cut for this record?
No, no, we worked on all of the songs that we wanted.
And so with listening to this record, I can tell you have different techniques. Like, what was your like vocal approach for this record?
Um, Honestly, I really don't know how to answer this. I did not change any of my techniques. I did
Mhm.
not have a different approach. I was just feeling it, trying to deliver. The lyrics are very, very raw, very deep,
Mhm.
very personal. So all I was doing is I was making sure that what I wrote about is delivered properly. So that's really it, and it's the only is the only condition I have whenever I record. Maybe my vocal technique or some of the sounds I emanate are, I don't know, sounding a little bit different or a little bit newer. It's just because I've been writing a lot and recording a lot,
Mhm.
especially throughout the past 2 years. I've done the most collaboration I ever done in my career. So maybe by practicing so much in different genres also helped a little bit. I don't know, but really, I did not apply anything extremely new. It's still me, still the same vocal technique. I use the vocal technique of Melissa Cross, same vocal exercises, same body, nothing,
Yeah.
nothing. I didn't do anything on purposely different. But again, as I said, we hopefully grow as musicians, and maybe that is what a lot of people can hear that is a little bit different on this album. And also, as I said, I was working on all the vocal melodies and the structure of the vocal melody by
Mhm.
myself in my own vocal studio here. So maybe um, because I gave it more time and more, like I was alone, maybe I was able to like bring something else in my voice. I don't know. It's very difficult to say because it's
Yeah.
my own voice. I don't see or hear myself from a side. I do hear myself like later,
Mhm.
but it's still me. I'm used to my voice, and I don't know. I think the best opinion would be from our fans or listeners, and
Mhm.
um, yeah.
You could definitely hear the growth in this record because I listened to Endorphin and I listened to this one, and you could definitely hear the growth in your vocals. That's where that question came from because yes, you did apply the same techniques from your older stuff, but your voice sounds better and cleaner and there more there than I in my opinion. It sounds
Okay,
amazing in
thank
this
you.
record. Well, let's get into some more tunes. We're gonna play Acid Vat from Corpse Grinder here on Razor Radio. We're coming back from A Nightmare Slain from Abysmal Dawn. Let's get back into this. Do you have any vocal techniques you do to warm up your vocals before performing or recording?
Yeah, just like I mentioned, I use Melissa Cross technique
Mhm.
for vocals, for singing or screaming. So I have just my own warm-ups with her that I just play over
Nice.
and over again, and just use them as a guideline when I do my vocal warm-up.
Nice.
And if anyone is not familiar with it, you should just directly find Melissa Cross and her amazing vocal lessons. And yeah,
And when did you start working with her?
2013.
Well, that's cool. Um, you guys dropped 3 music videos before this release. What was the process picking which songs to make into music videos for you guys?
I think a lot of people think there's a lot of science behind it, but not really. We just try to think of songs that will sound really awesome live and like
Mhm.
groovy. Those songs that are like definitely good for live music, because everything you drop as a music video becomes a single in a way or another, no matter what your intentions are. And that's a lot of the times that's what you're known for your singles, when people don't listen to the albums really. So that's what the people expect for the majority of the time for you to play live. So that's the only criteria probably that we try to apply when we choose, okay, this should be the next single. Now, secondly, like if that's not the criteria, secondly would be, if there's a song that is specifically dear to us and we are all extremely, we can all extremely relate to it, and it's something that we want very much to share with people, then we will choose that one. So it's really no big science, as I said, besides that.
Nice. That's cool to know. Did you guys record all three music videos around the same time?
We filmed actually more than that. We filmed 4 music videos. Longing just came out together with the
Yeah.
album 2 days ago. So 4 music videos and some visuals for this album. In the matter of, I guess, half a year, I flew to Moldova 2 times.
Mhm.
And once it was December, and then once it was sometimes in summer in 2021. Yes. And like sometimes between these 2 stays that I had there, we filmed a lot of material. Yes.
Nice. Yeah, I was gonna talk about Longing in a little bit, but yeah, that video is actually really cool. I dig that
Thank
one.
you.
Did you guys use like the same director for all of them?
Actually, a very interesting story about all 4 music videos for this album. We decided to go this time without a director. So
Mhm.
we um, wrote, directed,
Nice.
and edited. Infected Rain did everything, mainly Vidic from the guitar player.
Mhm.
So Vidic is very talented when it comes to video editing, and he's done a lot of 3D effects and in general after like special effects to our music video long ago. I think starting with album number 2. With some of the music videos there, he put like little things here and there. He just loves that stuff very much. He loves to be creative when it comes to video, and he is a self-taught artist, which is even cooler, I think. So yeah, he edited all the music videos. We only hired cameraman, and he is absolutely incredible because you just tell him what is your idea and he already knows how to film that. So we do not know that aspect of this job, and he is incredible. So yeah, we worked with him before on a couple of songs. I believe one of them was Black Gold. He was filming for Black Gold, not directing. He is only a cameraman. He's only filming it. But yeah, every single music video that came out so far was directed and edited by Vidic.
Nice.
And
And
we
how
obviously worked on it all together, on the ideas, and
perfect.
even every single artifact and every single thing that you see in the video was handmade by us.
Nice. That's pretty
Even
interesting.
like with Longing right now, those paintings actually were made by one of our, it's actually a relative of one of our band members. I'm not gonna reveal too much because unless that person wants to reveal that, but it was
Yeah.
all created for this music video specifically.
Nice.
Nothing was just bought somewhere pre-made, you know what I mean?
Nice. And how long did it take from the for them to like make that like all those paintings?
It took, I believe, over. I wouldn't. I don't want to lie, but maybe something between a month or 2.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
yeah, maybe even more than that. I'm not 100% sure when they started, but they couldn't start too early because
Yeah.
of the filming process itself. We had to know the exact frames,
Mhm.
otherwise it wouldn't fit together. So they couldn't
Definitely.
start too early.
Definitely. And with you guys recording the 4 videos, did all of them take days at a time, or did, like, you guys get them all done in, like, one day?
No, of course. Of course, some of them took 2 days. Like postmortem took 1 day for the cocoon scene. Imagine creating that room handmade,
Yeah.
everything, the black walls, the web around me as a cocoon. I stood on my feet for 6 hours.
Yeah.
without going to the bathroom or anything. Like I was drinking water through a straw to not ruin this room, because it wasn't possible to make it again the same. So, and when we were done with it, a different day was used for the performance. Oh, actually 3 days, and a different day again was used for the storyline.
Nice.
So same with like Longing, I believe also took 3 or 4 days actually. One day for the performance, and then another another 2 days at least for the storyline, and yeah, for example, The Realm of Chaos was filmed separately. One day it was filmed in Moldova, all the musicians, and another day was filmed here in Las Vegas for me and Heidi from Butcher Babies. Yeah, I mean, there's no way you can film more than one music video a day unless it's just the performance. Maybe if they both are only band performance, maybe yes. I don't know.
Definitely. Well, I just meant because I meant like each one was recorded maybe in like one day, not all of them together. But definitely. Well, let's get into some more tunes. We're gonna play something off your guys' new record. We're gonna play Postmortem Part One from Infected Rain here on Razor Radio. All right, we're coming back from Longing from Infected Rain. You guys just dropped this amazing music video. Like I said, this one's one of my favorite videos you guys actually recorded. I
Thank you.
liked it a lot. Okay, so you guys have Heidi Shepard as a guest on your guys' song, The Realms of Chaos. What was the process picking her? I know she's your neighbor.
It's not because she's my neighbor. It's because we are friends and we are colleagues in this industry. Yeah, that was just a very genuine and organic choice that just out of nowhere, wasn't planned. I recorded the song just like all the other songs. In fact, we do have it with just my vocals. And then, yeah, we just wanted to have this little thing, something different. And 2 songs actually were in our mind when we were thinking about it. And then when I thought about her, I gave her the choice. And when, she had time, we were lucky that she actually had time to do that. So yeah, that was the whole process.
It came out good. You guys have like a nice dynamic. It's perfect.
Thank you.
You guys did a tour recently with Butcher Babies.
Yeah.
And so being on tour, how different was it than being like on tour before all the pandemic?
Well, obviously, everybody was a little bit more cautious, and both on both sides, the crew, the band, and on the other side, the listeners and everybody that was coming to the show. Some were a little bit, rebellious, and they were trying to not follow any rules, which caused some issues here and there. Certain states and certain cities were more strict about restrictions and rules regarding I don't know how many people can they allow in the venue, or strict about the vaccination or the test. Some didn't care. Some were strict about the mask. Some didn't. So it was kind of different. The new normal, as I said. So yeah, we were fine. We all just were so hungry for shows, and we wanted to get back on stage so much that we made it work, and it was awesome.
And with you being on tours with Butcher Babies, did you guys perform The Realms of Chaos at all, giving
No.
the fan no?
No, we did not play
That would be
any
cool.
new songs at all, because the album just came out now, and that tour was in September. And yeah, we did not play any new songs.
Oh, it's just been so cool. Hopefully you guys do another
Maybe
tour,
something
and
in the future. Yeah, maybe.
that'd be cool. So you guys' record just dropped. So how's the fans' reaction been?
Amazing. Yeah, so far we are very pleased to see that people love it so much.
Nice. And for Infected Rain, what do you guys have coming up for 2022?
It's hard to say, we planned a lot of things, but it's hard to say how 2022 is going to really go. So we are just planning to hopefully tour a lot and present our specifically new album everywhere in the world, hopefully even including some parts of the planet where we've never been. Yeah, fingers crossed. For now, like, we can't say much
Yeah.
We do have a lot planned, but we can't announce it or can't
Mhm.
like say much about it yet.
Nice. Okay. Well, that's cool. We're excited to see what you guys are gonna do.
Thank
Where,
you.
where can everyone keep up with Infected Rain and buy this new amazing record?
Everywhere. Seriously, everywhere. Like you just Google it and it will send you to all the outlets where you can stream, buy, or there's physical copies. There are vinyls available on Napalm store. There are a lot of awesome merchandise connected to this album. There's, yeah, Spotify, Apple Music. It's literally everywhere.
Nice. And I'd like to thank you for being on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, we're going to end the show with Let the Devil In from Dark Funeral. See you guys next Monday here on Razor Radio.